And I'm back, just like Hunter Biden, relapsing on crack. So, remember, well, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but my last video about the New Jersey mayor that's trying to virtue signal and run for governor that got arrested, he was released. But in that video, that BBW congresswoman that kept throwing bows to all the ICE agents out there, I was saying, why isn't she being charged? She needs to be charged. Well, guess what finally happened? They kept talking about it and talking about it, and I kept waiting. I was like, please, please, I'm tired of all this. I'm not going to do a video on talk. They need to make the charges happen. And what they do today, they dropped the charges.
A Democratic Congresswoman now facing federal charges for
this,
alleged
BBW.
misconduct toward law enforcement during the chaotic protest outside a New Jersey ICE facility earlier this month.
Madeline Rivera is live in Washington with the details. Good morning, Maddie.
Good morning. Prosecutors tell our Alexis McAdams that the acting U.S. Attorney for New Jersey, Alina Habba, reviewed several pieces of video from that protest, some of which has not yet even been released to the public. Habba said on X, New Jersey Representative Lamonica McIver assaulted federal agents. So Habba's office is charging her with that, along with interfering with law enforcement. They're dropping a misdemeanor charge against Newark Mayor Ray Baraka, who was arrested that day for trespassing. In a statement, McIver says, in part, the charges against me are purely political. They mischaracterize and distort my actions and are meant to criminalize and deter legislative oversight.
In other words, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. Look at this, bro.
He says federal agents were the ones who escalated the situation when she and 3 other Democratic members of Congress went to that ICE facility, Delaney Hall. DHS says video shows her shoving and body slamming an officer. You can see her there in the red. McIver, however, denied that.
We were simply there to do our job, therefore oversight visit and
your job as a congresswoman of the United States is to go to a ICE facility to bother the staff there, to bother ICE agents, to try to expose their identities to criminals that, or maybe a cartel member, who knows, but you're trying to expose their identities. And on top of that, you're assaulting them and you're advocating and sympathizing with pedos, rapists, and straight up criminals. Do you not care about your own constituents, like your own legal citizens in your area that you represent? Like, this is like retard level basic things that a congresswoman should be doing. Like, how are you? This is what you vote for as a Democrat. When you vote as a monolith, because let's just be real, it must be Jersey somewhere. I'm not sure where. I mean, yeah, she's in Jersey. Like, this is what you're getting, bro. You're getting a person that does not care about you. She does not care about her constituents. She doesn't care. All she cares about is illegals and criminals.
In a video when we don't have all of the body cam, and we hope that all of the body cam is released. It was very difficult to watch that happen, but absolutely, I did not body slam anyone.
Didn't do nothing.
Democratic leadership are furious,
this clown,
accusing the Trump administration of trying to intimidate.
Timu Obama is the biggest clown of the Democrat Party. This guy, I don't know if he's got some kind of disorder or something, or why he talks like this and he tries to be hood and tries to like now he's wearing baseball caps all the time. Like, dude, you're a clown. You're a weirdo. Like, nobody believes in you. Your own party doesn't believe in you. And your baseless, empty threats makes you look like an even bigger clown because they dropped the charges and you didn't do nothing after all that. All those empty threats.
Congress. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries says the criminal charge against Congresswoman Lamonica McIver is extreme, morally bankrupt, and lacks any basis in law or fact.
Oh, now
he
you're
says
crying.
Members of Congress are legally allowed to show up at any federal facility unannounced to conduct oversight. And that's notable because DHS says the entire scuffle could have been avoided had the representatives followed protocol and given 24 hours notice ahead of their visit. Today, the House Judiciary Subcommittee on Oversight is holding...
That's how stupid they are. They literally could have got what they wanted, but they had to make a show of it so that they could virtue signal so that all the low IQ Democrats that like vote for them, be like, oh yeah, she's sticking up for the illegals. I mean, there's people in our district that need jobs, housing, get veterans and homeless off the street, but she's worried about the illegals. Wow, she's doing such a great job. I'm so glad I voted for her. You're an idiot if you vote for these people. Like, you're seriously, all they have to do is tell women, hey, I'm going to make abortion just legal to up until birth, and like, that's all women care about. And then the men are just so low testosterone beta males that they'll just vote to white knight, I guess. I don't even know, dude. These people are so weird.
A hearing where they will perhaps talk about some of those protocols along with threats to ICE operations. Lawrence Ainsley and Brian.
Thanks, Maddie. You know, it's good. So the mayor gets off. The mayor, okay, we're going to leave you alone. They say, according to Alexis, she said investigators told her that McIver blocked police from putting handcuffs on the mayor on the inside
you could see it.
Of the ICE facility. That is why the agents were forced to wait and handcuff the mayor outside.
Look at this unhinged
because I'm thinking to
BBW,
myself, why didn't they take him inside? She actually stood in the way. So that is, of course you're going to be charged. How can you block an agent from cuffing the mayor? Or anybody. 18
U.S. Code 111A1, assaulting, resisting, and impeding certain officers. It's very clear. A is very clear. In general, whoever forcibly assaults, resists, opposes, impedes, intimidates, or interferes. Period.
Yep.
It's just that simple.
Democrats still
said
think
it
they're
can't be
above the law,
overlooked.
though.
It is her
They
job
still
to
think
protect
they're
law
above the law.
enforcement. And when law enforcement's they have to have the backs of our lawmakers. And so they have to know that's why so many people didn't want to be police officers, because no one was getting their backs. They were getting blamed for everything.
Look at this chick,
so now
bro.
you have an administration that wants to back the blue. And why
Fighting
is that a
off
crime?
every
It shouldn't
single
be.
officer.
They should
Look
be
at
safe.
this.
They should
That
feel
touches
safe
her.
to do their jobs.
She should have been thrown to the ground and cuffed and dragged
I also
off.
think there's more angles that Alina Habba saw that show that she was bulldozing her way through. I don't see bodies.
Right
Yeah,
there,
look at
there,
this.
pushing the police.
I mean, what are you doing? What are you
if
doing?
it was any other
She just hit him in the
American,
back
this
right
wouldn't even
there.
be a conversation. Everyone would know that they would have to pay the piper. But Hakeem Jeffries said previously that this was a red line for him.
Look at the manhandle all
What
these soy
happens if
infused.
they were to go and arrest these members, or if they would try to sanction them here in the House of Representatives?
They'll find out. It's a red line.
What?
It's very clear.
Bro, they'll find out. You're not tough, Timu Obama, discount Obama, dollar store Obama. You're straight up bitch. Nobody's scared of you. You can't even get your party in line, bro. Like, your party is the most dysfunctional party probably ever since the Democrats have in their entire history. Like, I haven't seen them this mad since we took away their slaves, bro. Straight up. Like, it's a fact. They're furious over nothing. Like, this guy, listen to his empty threats.
First of all, I think that the so-called Homeland Security spokesperson is a joke. It's been
Oh, that's very misogynistic of you. Wow, dude. You don't have respect for female in leadership positions? You're a misogynistic clown, bro.
loudly and abundantly clear to the Trump administration. We're not going to be intimidated by their tactics. He's the most unpopular president in American history after his first 100 days. Give me a break. No.
That's not quite. Yeah, you better check the polls again, buddy.
Intimidated by this dude. No one.
The terrorists did hurt him, but the majority of people that do these polls are Democrats. There's a huge difference in the people that participate in these polls. It's always skewed heavily. So he's never going to have good polls, but he's at like -1 right now in the polls. And he was -7, what was it, 60 days ago or something like that? So, I mean, Rasmussen is one of the most trusted polls, the most accurate. And it just shows that we are the silent majority. We don't care about all that stuff. We voted. And if all you see is retards on the street with signs protesting, like, their signs don't even make sense. I have been to one, you can see in my video.
And so there are clear lines that they just dare not cross.
You see that? See that? Empty threat. You didn't do nothing. You're a clown. You're weak, pathetic.
It's not about intimidation. It's not. That has nothing to do with it. It's
Well,
about going out there and
They're the ones who
interfering with cops, pushing cops around. You can't do that.
Well, they're the ones who tried to intimidate the cops. Either you're going to be a congressperson or you're going to be a part of the mob. If you wanted to provide oversight, then show up, schedule the 24-hour meeting, and then go in there and inspect it. But don't show up with a whole 100 people to try to bulldoze your way in.
By the way, when people go inside, they said it's fantastic.
Of course.
It's absolutely pristine. There are no children in there to begin with, but sometimes you can have people detained. Children could be detained in an ICE facility for their own protection. The other thing to keep in mind, too, I don't know why he keeps on talking about unpopular president. He's got 47% approval rating at a time in which very divided, and he's making huge decisions.
Yeah.
If you're going to lean on that, I think you're going to have a lot of trouble, especially if he gets the big, beautiful bill passed, which I think we're talking about a little bit later.
I found one other video that has a little bit better angles, and she almost chokes this lady. She gets her hands up like this, like she's gonna choke her, and then something in her head, like that 0% impulse control kicked in, and she almost let loose, but she got herself together at the last second. It looks like. Check this out. See that? That's what I saw. Watch. Is it right here? Oh!
I filed a complaint.
Ms. Noem, what kind of message do you think it sends to the country and radical?
Bro, they're probably going to kick her out of Congress over this. That's what we want. We want them kicked out of Congress. These people are not fit for this job, man. Let me know what you think. Peace.